Welcome to the Evil Empire. I'm your host, Evil Empire, and this week's deck is Izzet Creativity. So here we have the deck that Lee Shi-Tian took to the MPL League Weekend Split, the one that occurred on July 4th weekend. And it's a deck that relies on the card Indomitable Creativity, and you're looking to cast Indomitable Creativity for X equals 2 and target some combination of 2 creature tokens, maybe 1 creature token, 1 treasure token, and ultimately what you're trying to get are the cards Sage of the Falls and the Locust God, which are the only 2 creatures in the entire deck. So the deck building guarantees that as long as those 2 cards are in your library, you will hit, and those 2 will come onto the battlefield, causing an immediate infinite combo. And the infinite combo is Sage of the Falls having this trigger that lets you discard a card, draw a card, or sorry, opposite way around. Draw a card, discard a card. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, non-human creature, I just had to tack that little rider on there, didn't they? Any non-human creature will trigger this. And so, Eldraine, of course, is overpowered even with the uncommons, right? As we all know, Cat Oven had to get banned out of Standard. And not to mention everybody's favorite card that was such a stalwart, if you will, in Standard, the Innkeeper. The whole set really was just out of control. But Edgewall Innkeeper is certainly one that people remember. Sage of the Falls a little bit less so. But this does do a great combo with Locust God in that it's just you get them on the battlefield together and that ETB goes off, and it's just that's kind of the end with Locust God. So that's deterministic. That is a you do win the game combo. However, I will warn you about a couple of creatures that run around the historic format that can be a big problem for your combo. Probably top of the list, I think, is in terms of at least like the popularity of the card, is Soul Warden. The way that Soul Warden is templated, it means that your creatures, your little nibblers that are entering the battlefield off of the Locust God, all of those are going to trigger life gain for your opponent. So you're not going to be able to do a one-turn kill because they're just going to be gaining every time a nibbler comes in. So this type of thing, you got to take out Soul Warden for sure. You've also got to look out for, again, just sort of in order of popularity, just top to bottom there. Rampaging Ferocidon will also deal you 1 damage for every nibbler that comes in off the Locust God. So look out for that one as well, Rampaging Ferocidon. And then that will certainly end your game early in a lot of cases. And then the last one, it's not very popular, and it's really just any creature that turns off ETB abilities. So Tocatli Honor Guard, certainly not one you see much, but would be a problem. The one that you see a little more commonly than that is Hushbringer. Again, we'll turn off the Sage of the Falls ability, which means that the combo doesn't work anymore. Those are kind of the big threats in terms of creatures. Those definitely you want to look out for. The whole rest of the deck is basically ways to answer those problems. So, you see a Rampaging Ferocidon running around, well, Fire Prophecy is right there for you. And Fire Prophecy also has the awesome additional ability to put a card on the bottom of your library, usually, a card that you don't need, like a Wrath, for example, in a control matchup, like an Anger of the Gods in a control matchup. A lot of times I use it to put back Sage of the Falls or put back the Locust God if I don't think I can kind of 1-2 the combo, like on 1 turn and then another turn. So Fire Prophecy is super useful for that purpose. You can do Brainstorm. It's pretty much the same thing with Brainstorm. Just put it back in the deck. That turn you need to be able to have it in your library to have it come out together with the other one. You can just Indomitable Creativity with it being on top of your library, and that's fine too. Otherwise, we have a bunch of ways to make tokens. So Prismari Command, Shark Typhoon, Magma Opus makes a treasure token. And then other ways that we have in the deck, just kind of flashing back our spells. Like, I've never overloaded Mastery in this deck because we're not really trying to get to that many mana. Theoretically, you could. And then it does run the Mastery package with Magma Opus, and even to an extent Prismari Command, just as a way to make more treasure, put more stuff in the graveyard. But that whole package really works well together and does synergize nicely with the overall theme of the deck. Lee Shi-Tian's deck had, I think, all 4 Mastery. I did cut it down to 2 in Best of 1. I think you want to have a large amount of sweepers to be able to take care of decks like Elves, for example. And just overall, I think the deck is really well positioned, does go pretty hard and fast, A turn 5 combo that's deterministic, sometimes being able to, like, if you really have the nut draw and you just kind of, you know, do Magma Opus or you know, Magma Opus Prismari Command, have a couple of treasures, and then boom, turn 4 you draw, which is really a secret all-star in the deck. Dwarven Mine. Oh man, Dwarven Mine, just as if that's your 4th land and you make that dwarf, you already had 2 treasure tokens, or like, I don't know, a treasure token and a shark token hanging around. Boom, you're there, right? Like, you just ramped off the treasure and you had an extra couple of tokens laying around that you could just pull off the combo turn 4 if you're really, really lucky. So overall, just a super fun deck. I think one that is definitely finally getting the attention it deserves in the format now that Time Warp has been banned and people aren't trying to use their creativities on Velomachus. Well, they kind of went back to the drawing board and they found that this Sage of the Falls Locust God combo is really a great one. So shout out to Li Shitian. Thank you very much for playing this deck in the MPLD weekend. That deck ended up going, I think, 3-3 in that competition. And then the deck has also put up difficult results in some of the Insight tournaments that it's been in. Deck does not translate to best of 3 very well, so we're going to play it in best of 1 today. Let's go to the ranked queue and see how it does. Alright, welcome to my road through Diamond. I think this is going to have to be a mulligan because I have Sage of the Falls in my opening hand. It's not great, but yeah. Back the passage, I think. Of the Typhoon, okay. Alright, so we seem to be against some kind of black-white Lurrus, probably the Aura's deck. So just turn 2, go ahead and get rid of Savior. The opponent plays SRAM. That'll get Prismari commanded. Thank goodness we drew on tap land. Make a treasure, deal 2. Hope you're enjoying my road to Mythic. Make sure you like the video and subscribe below. Starting out here in Diamond 4, going all the way up to the top rank. The Lurrus comes down, the opponent goes to play out the Selfless Savior, but it's going to get Prismari commanded. If we draw land, then I win. If I draw a Dwarven Mine, then I win as well. That's another win. It's also a land, I guess. Alright, so Crack Passage, go for Mountain. Okay, it's interesting. Doesn't do a whole lot. I'm just going to get rid of Savior, look for land. Yeah, just don't need it. Get another, okay. Cycle this, might as well. I mean, if I draw a tap land. Another creativity, okay. See if we can get that land going soon. I just need 1 land or a token. Preferably Dwarven Mine, that's like the best token maker I have. Selfless Savior, put a Kaya's Ghost form on it, doesn't really matter. And all that glitters too, sure. Man, alright, so just gotta brainstorm for a land here. Alright, well actually Dwarven Mine is still a win. And put back Locust God because we need it in the deck. Put back another creativity because we don't need 2 of them. But we'll just use the mana from a treasure and then sack a treasure to Indomitable along with this. Yeah, Dwarven Mine here. Showing why it's an all-star in this deck. Dwarven Mine makes a little dwarf. And then just creativity for 2. Win the game. Well, did I get you there? It's good, it builds character. Pretend like I'm gonna make a mistake. Alright, so Sage of the Falls and its best friend Locust God. Here we go, let's make some nibblers. 1. 2 hasty nibblers. 3. I hope you're ready to count nibblers in this episode. We're going to be like the count from Sesame Street. We're just counting nibblers this week. Nibble, the Noble 5. So, the deck does have some troubles in best of 3. Has not had a great best of 3 record. It's just difficult to protect this combo. Ultimately, you know, you gotta get to like a pretty high mana threshold to even be able to cast it, let alone protect it. So this was when I was still running Spell Pierce in the deck. That definitely came out after I looked at Li Xian's list, Li Shitian rather, his list more carefully, and saw that he had originally been running Pact of Negation. I don't think Spell Pierce is what you really want here. You want Pact to be able to protect your combo when you tap out. 14. And so I ended up changing the Spell Pierce back to Pact as I got deeper into my run through Diamond. But you will see it here. 17, 18. But yeah, struggles in best of 3 because it doesn't have a lot of counter magic. Decks that don't have a lot of counter magic tend to lose to the ones that do in a mirror match type of situation. Not that it would really be a mirror, it would be more like combo versus control, but it's just not a great look for us. There's 21 nibblers to your face. You do also show a lot of your deck when you combo off. Not that that really matters. Alright. Okay, second one's a lot better. So probably what, put back the Lapse? We don't know that it's good against them at all. I mean, we don't know that it's bad either, but the guy has Cradle Sleeves. That tends to mean elves. Alright, opponent. Show me what you got. Show me them forests. Alright, this is what we want. So, one of the reasons I think creativity was so good for me on my run through Diamond was, Izzet creativity really farms the creature decks. I'm gonna opt to just make a treasure token here and hope to get this game over with faster. And so the fact that you're able to just really dominate, like, basically 1 in 3 of your matchups is going to be either this deck, the Mono Green Elves deck, or maybe the Bant / Green White Angels deck. That might be like another, whatever, 8% of your matches. So put those two together, you've got like somewhere between 1/4 and 1/3 of the games you're going to play. So you've really got to account for elves, and you've really got to account for the other big green-based deck in the format of best of 1, especially, which is, yeah, just gonna actually let them go ahead and swing with this. They can really only play 1 Lord here, so it's fine. But just generally speaking, I think being able to dominate the creature matchups was what put it over the top for me as a deck. So yeah, 1 Lord here, and now our anger is even better. We're just going to go ahead and shuffle away the Locust God here and like one of the other cards that we draw. So this is the other way besides Fire Prophecy that you can get the Locust God back in the deck. So you just want to go ahead and Brainstorm, Fable Passage, crack that, shuffle it. Easy as can be. We're right back in the game. Our combo is pure again. Of course, you don't have to combo this way. You can actually play it like turn 5 Sage of the Falls, turn 6 Locust God. That's still pretty much okay, but just a little bit clunkier, maybe. Alright, so wipe the entire board. The opponent's on 3 mana. I'm on about to be 5, hopefully, if I draw land. Like I want to lapse this Realm Walker, but I'm also not going to, so have it. Can't even kill it. Oh, now I can. That was a draw with Magma Opus in there. That was the draw. Alright, so Magma Opus kills Realm Walker, deals 1 to opponent face. Tappy tappy, tappy tappy. 3 here. Oh, that nice flute music while we massacre these goblins, yeah. Or sorry, elves, whatever. All these silly creature decks blend together after a while. Yeah, jam into the flute music. This is serious flute music. Alright, that's gonna be fine. That doesn't matter at all. I'm about to win. I'll listen to my flute music while you pick your elves. Yep, probably seems good to them. They're rebuilding their board, but game's over, so it doesn't matter. Pay 2, here, submit, win. 5 mana win the game, feels good. Alright, Hasty Nibbler. Engage. Three nibblers, 4 nibblers. How many nibblers will the opponent have us make? Do you think they'll have us go the full 19? 6. 7 nibblers. 8 nibblers. 9 nibblers. 10 nibblers. Oh, they got to 10. That's a lot. Most people don't get past 1. Tier 2. Yeah, why not? Looks pretty good. White mana. Selfless savior. Man. Always, every time. Alright, kill it with fire. Kill it with fire. Maybe one of the sleepers can go. Sweltering Suns. It's not going to be great against the Aura's deck. Okay, so it's the blue-white variant. Alright, well, that's got to go. So if we can get rid of that, we're going to get rid of that. Put it to exile. Really the best place for it with Floris and all. Scram, okay. Alright, well I don't have a way to kill that. So I'm just gonna play my sad Triumph and pass. Gonna make a 1-1 followed by my next turn I'm gonna make a 3-3-ish maybe, depending kind of what goes down. Yeah, so Sentinel's Eyes targets Ram. Next white mana into what? Bylurus? Okay. That could have been worse. Cycle Shark Typhoon for 1. Alright, so Triumph, Interstaff. Attack you for 1. And I should have it next turn. Just cycle the Typhoon and play the creativity and win. Or Spirit Dancer. Might be good if the game was going to go longer than, you know, this turn trio. But it's not, so this is still not enough. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother brainstorming. Let's just cycle this for x equals 2. Mountain. 5 mana win the game. Seems fine. There's nothing wrong with this. I mean, it's just a 5 mana win the game combo. But what's your problem? That, you know, I have cantrips to find. It's completely fair. 3 nibblers. 4 nibblers. This is how I roll on the Evil Empire, though. I like to do completely gross things like this. But if you're a longtime viewer of the feature, then you know this already. 7 nibblers. 8 nibblers. 9 nibblers. 10 nibblers. Oh, man. We might go the distance. We might go all 23. 12. 13 nibblers. They're coming. Not ready. Can't handle it. Alright. Understandable. Gotta love that noise. That's tier 1. D1. Let's roll. Alright, I'm honing in on Mythic. This is a hand. Yeah. Good old turn 3 on the play. Magma Opus. It's just, it's fine. You don't, there's no need to question it, opponent. Don't worry about it. It is gonna be fine. Alright, so Izzet Phoenix is a possibility. Well, I don't know if I'm actually gonna wanna mastery into this open mana. It doesn't make me feel very warm and fuzzy, so I think I'm just gonna pass. Which I rarely pass on a turn 3 Mythic's Mastery, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Alright, I'm gonna be good. I'll be good. It's tempting, okay? There's a temptation that I feel. Actually, one possible thing would be maybe the strategy is, so make a 1/1 here. We let them counter the Mastery, or however they want to do it. You know, you can just as easily counter the spell that I exile with Mastery. So, let them do that, think that they're doing big things, and then we hit them with Indomitable Creativity. They think they've countered the threat, but they haven't countered the threat. So let's try that. But we're going to do that post-attacks, because maybe the opponent has a problem with getting hit for 1. We'll save that for next turn, see what the opponent does here. I'm just going to go ahead and let that happen. It's not a big deal. Opponent. Good thing we didn't go for it, by the way. They had that up. At least it, you know, didn't want to go for Indomitable Creativity there, because if they lightning strike the creature that I Indomitable Creativity, it fizzles the spell. So yeah, we really cannot play into open mana here, because they just seem to have burn, which is effectively a counter spell against this combo. Yeah, so let's let them try to deal with this. And then once they've used their sort of good spells to do that, yeah, okay, so there's 9 eyes. Weird you don't see that one a lot, but I guess just nobody plays Izzet counter burn. It's not a particularly great counter spell, like the extra 2 damage rarely comes in super handy. But... Alright, so opponent's going to pass with mana up again, which means I am not going to be trying to combo here. I'm just going to let it go. And cycle a Triome after playing Steam Vents tapped. Now let's see what the opponent has to say about that. Alright, yeah, shock the token, sure, makes sense. Are you gonna let me cycle this Triumph, or are we just gonna kind of sit here and figure out what is even happening? Growl Storm Conduit. All right, some kind of Storm combo
Every
deck.
problem has a solution.
But you are not that solution, Ralph.
Focus on the future.
Wait a second. Why is a girl doing his lines now? Man, Ral Storm Conduit is such a bad card that not even the voice lines are right. Alright. So, here, submit the win. Boom, boom. Make a bunch of nibblers. See how many the opponent lets us make. 1 nibbler. 2 nibblers. 3 nibblers. 4? 4, okay. Yeah. Bye. Alright, keep. It's not going to be a good hand against control. So we're not facing control. Green mana. Elves, oh yes, and we kept anger. And there's indomitable creativity. Oh man. Alright, so we're going to Magma Opus the token. And then what? Just wipe the board now or let them get deeper? I think the play is probably let them get deeper, right? Like, we just brainstorm Fable Passage next turn. Alright, well we can deal with that. I mean, drawing the Locust God is not a huge problem, and we don't even have to deal with it now, really. Yeah, let's just get rid of this, because whatever. We need to have a tidier situation on the board here. So while they're busy rebuilding, we'll be making combo happen. Combo magic will engage. Alright, so we hit the land that we needed. Just need one more token. And I gotta put the Locust God back in the deck. So Dwarven Mine is a full win. Just very easy full win. A lot of cards. I mean, you know, basic Mountain is a win. In a lot of ways. Need something to make a token. So Dwarven Mine, Prismari Command, Shark Typhoon, or I think those are the ones. Let's get that off Brainstorm. We get to look at 3 opponent. Yeah, alright, we hit it. We hit actually 2 of them. I forgot Magma Opus in that list, yeah. There's so many good token makers in this list. It's like you're just playing cards that you would already play anyway, and then you also have an Oops, I Win combo. Which is just so amazing. So you're just kind of playing a normal control game some of the time, and then Oops, I Win the game. With just like these random treasure tokens that I have lying around. So Dwarven Mine, I have Pactive Negation backup. There's really nothing they can have here. I'm just gonna sack both of these to be sure. No, like Blizzard Brawl or whatever. Alright. Our combo has been engaged. Let's make a bunch of nibblers. Nope. Okay. Okay. Yep. This is totally a bomb hand. No way I am ever putting this back because it is just a spot-on turn 5 win. Could have potential for turn 4ing it if I draw Dwarven Mine or a 3rd token maker. Alright, so I think the play here, because we can't actually combo till 4 anyway, is to let us brainstorm. Alright, well that's Dwarven Mine, so should be good. I think I want to keep command, put back the Lapse, and maybe a Magma Opus. Shuffle them up. Got all the mountains I need for Dwarven Mine. Alright, so I probably could have turn forward it, but I didn't know that without brainstorming, you know what I mean? Like I had Dwarven Mine in those top few cards, I just didn't know it without brainstorming. So I think it's going to end up being a turn 5. Because we just won't quite have the turn 4, but it is possible to turn 4 the combo in this deck. You basically have to Magma Opus 2, Magma Opus 3, Dwarven Mine 4 as your land for a turn. Alright, so Righteous Valkyrie doesn't really mean anything here. It's completely meaningless. I can technically get rid of it if I want, but I'm not going to do that because I'd rather win the game. So, pay the life because nothing matters. Okay, so cycle this. Lapse the Angel because who cares? go ahead and Dwarven Mine. Creativity. X is 2. Yep. Boom. And that's another win. Mark it in the tomes. Halfway to Mythic. Yeah, I'm gonna have to maul that because I have no blue. Can put back Locust God, so it's a keep. Alright, Island, and then I think, as desperate as it is, I'm just gonna have to brainstorm here. In response to Radiant Fountain. Alright, so this is the colorless ramp deck that runs like Forsaken Monument and a bunch of really powerful colorless spells. If you're wondering what that tinkling sound is, that's Puppet Jace doing some animations. Alright, turn 2 Guardian Idol. I'm gonna Magma Opus EOT. Alright, well, Anger is really bad here, and just Desperation, Brainstorm. Put back Anger and Fire Prophecy, they're just like the 2 worst cards. This matchup, although I guess Prismari Command is really great, so I'm glad I drew that. Being able to destroy any artifact with that is going to be crucial later, I think. Alright, Hedron Archive, let's go. And Mindstone, jeez. Alright, so opponent already on 8 next turn if they have a land. Another Hedron Archive, jeez. 2, 4, 5, 6 Golos, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, and they're getting their 11th right now. Golos has to go because it's a card advantage engine. I think I messed that up. I probably should have let them fetch the Cataracts first, thinking that they were going to have it. Should not have done that in response to trigger. That was a foolish mistake. Alright, so opponent is on a mere 11 mana. What could ever go wrong with this? Dwarven Mine, make a dwarf. For the low price of 12 mana, you can have anything in your deck. And it's just the best creature of all of them. Oh, God. Alright. This is going to happen. I'm just going to cycle this for 3 and lose. So, make a 3/3, draw a card. Yeah, okay. Opponent getting rid of the blue sources here. Double land, exile. Feels really bad. Alright, so now they're going to exile 20 cards at the top of my deck. Fire Prophecy on Ulamog, but you know, I guess it can wait till post-combat. Get in with the flyer. And what do we got next? This feels really bad, but at least it lets me discard Anger and draw a card. And that card is also Anger of the Gods. Alright, feels bad, man. Alright, so I'm going to wait until end of turn to cycle this Triome, just Desperation. Do I chump block here? Oh god, that's so many cards. Oh, 3 of my creativities. Alright, so there's 1 in the deck. I don't think there's really any point blocking Ulamog because we're dead next turn regardless. They're just going to exile the rest of our deck anyway, and you know, damage really is just superfluous at that point. Cycle this by sacking a treasure and tapping my last 2 lands. Alright, well I do need that. Oh, shut the front door. Let's go! Let's go. Oh, that is an easy clap. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're so salty. Just, do you taste the salt? Tastes good. Tasted opponent. Ulamog. Just beat Ulamog with this deck. This deck beats Ulamog. Nutty. Yeah, seems fine. Whenever I have indomitable creativity in my opener, I feel supremely confident. Alright, so opponent leads on Sacred Foundry tapped. I'm gonna pay life so I can cycle the, or whatever, discard the Magma Opus, not cycle it. Oh. It's this deck. The Teferi deck. The deck that got me to Mythic in June. And May. Opponent is also on the Magma Opus plan, so knows what's up. Wait, do they not have land drop? Oh wow, that's insanely good for me. Alright, so I've got Fire Prophecy to put Sage of the Falls back in. Let's see what the opponent does. I might end up... What? Okay. That resolves. It's a bit strange. If they really wanted to hit their land drop that badly, they should have just done it on their own turn. Boy, a 4-mana Narset? Wow. Opponent is living their best life. Okay. So opponent has the turn again, still on 2. Plays a Sacred Foundry tapped and passes. So yeah, I'm just going to get rid of this little dwarfy dwarf here so I can put Sage back. Opponent's going to let that happen. I mean, I've got dwarf in mind here, so whatever. They have 2 mana opens, so we're not looking to combo. We can have counterspell backup as early as turn after next, assuming that we hit land. But against the Jeskai deck, counterspell backup's not great because they have Dovin's Veto. So in essence, a lot of times I may have to end up like lapsing my own creativity back to the top of my deck to try to blank their veto. It's a pretty standard line, actually. We're going to prevent the life gain here, I think, just because we can. Question is, do I get rid of the lapse? I mean, I think lapse is pretty bad, so I'm just going to maybe... Yeah, the land is a land, so whatever. So discard land, draw land, makes sense. What is going here for the opponent? Blue mana. Oh, Narset. No, that's not happening. If you want to fight that, be my guest. I hope you do, frankly. Ooh, drawing second creativity feels really good. Let's go for this here, because they're going to have to get rid of their treasure to counter it. Just definitely tax the counter magic, make them have it. Yep, they have the first one. So now if they have second one, I lose. Yeah, so if the unknown card or the top card of their deck
hold that thought.
are Dovin's Veto or Lightning Helix, I lose. Alright, here goes. Oh, okay, just resolves? Yeah, sweet. Alright, was not fully expecting that, but was good to draw the second one. Alright, let's make nibblers. Boom. Here they come. Flying haste insects coming for you. Not even big Teferi can save you. Not even big, strong Teferi. With all of his Teferi might. Are we going to go the distance here? I hope so. Seven nibblers. Okay, opponent makes it to 7 nibblers before giving up. Alright, that seems fine. Ooh, 1 win to Mythic. Let's go. Yeah. It's a fine enough hand. Need to find some land, but... Oh, are you kidding me? So every single nibbler I play is gonna come in tapped and gain them a life? That's actually worse than Soul Warden. And Soul Warden's bad. Did it have to be the game I was going to come to Mythic? Come on. Alright, well, Brainstorm in response. Put back whatever because nothing matters. And the Angels deck just, it's like, you know, death and taxes. It's a mere certainty. Merely a certainty. Alright, so sad pass up the turn with memory lapse up. I mean, lapse can keep us in it for a minute, but we're not killing any type of 4 toughness creature. Not the Bishop, not the Valkyrie. Ugh, this Coco is brutality. I really want to be able to cycle this Opus. Yeah, I just can't even. Yeah, Sweltering Suns is a funny joke here. Thanks, deck. Deck is telling funny jokes, everybody. The deck is telling funny jokes and having me draw my useless sweeper. Funny. You're such a funny deck. Locust God deck. Ugh. Oh, it hurts. Don't hit. Don't hit. Don't hit. Oh, big hits. Oh. Oh. Come on. Why? Why has it got to be like that, Angels deck? No blue. I don't know. It does have creativity. Yeah, let's just do it. Whatever. We'll lead on Dwarven Mine, and the world's our oyster. Need to draw some land cards. I should be able to do that with Prophecy. It's a Goth Triumph. Tapped. I'm going to play Dwarven Mine tapped. What could opponent be on here? Clearwater Pathway. Explore. Extra land is a swamp. Is this like the old, well, old, it was like a month ago. The Tainted Pact combo, do you think? Maybe? No, no, that's the second Clearwater Pathway. It's not. It's just some kind of Sultai nonsense. Sultai Nissa garbage. Alright, play Steam Vents. Opponent's gonna Binding for no value. Looking to get their ramp on, I guess. Little do they know, the game is not going to last that long for them to be able to ramp. Oh, come on. Give me some lands. Alright, make the treasure, draw the, discard the... Alright, finally got to the land. Well, these are useless, right? Like the Fire Prophecy and the Sweltering Suns. Sweltering Suns might be able to take out a bunch of Nissa lands, so I think I'm going to keep it and just get rid of a Shark Typhoon because I already have one. And then play this tapped. Praise the Magic Gods, they let me draw a land card from my deck. And I should be able to win next turn, provided the opponent taps out. Which I know is a big ask. So they grab their Zagoth Triumph, they grab the Carnarium. Yeah, I'm just going to have to let that resolve, it's okay. Find another way to make this work. Oof, okay. I think this turn it's Brainstorm and Shark Typhoon cycle it, make it 1-1. Oh, okay, so we finally drew some land cards, that's pretty sweet. Prophecy back. One of the Typhoons back. Definitely keeping Pact of Negation because it could be like a bailout for Saw It Coming. Alright. So, ramp achieved. What was the spell that they foretold, I wonder? Oh, they're passing with mana up. I don't know if I can combo now. Alright, let's let them do some stuff. See what you got. All runs? Nope. Alright. Well, now we've got to delay a turn. Make a 3-3. Alright, so pay for Pact. Pass it over to them. Don't know what they could have at this point. Pay the life. Oh man, I should have kept Pact of Negation for this. Should have kept Pact for this. Oh, alright, this resolves. Obviously this resolves because I didn't keep Pact like a fool. Well, let's see what they get. What is the split? Oh, they basically brought a standard deck. Okay. Well, now you've basically brought a knife to a gunfight, so this is fine. We just basically don't let them get Vorinclex into play. Because we don't want them exiling and making any mana. We don't want the ult, basically, so we'll put in Vorinclex. You can have the 8-8. The game's going to be over by the time the last chapter goes off. And you can have your Tybalt, because I don't care whether you kill an artifact or a creature anyway. So this was a complete nonsense split.
The world tree will be kindling for Kaldheim's pyre. Make
Couple of
no
lands
mistake,
with the plus.
I'm not nice.
They're tapped out, so I'm safe to go for it. Might as well just have, you know, fewer nibblers to make here. Alright, so starting on 3, and now this is 4 power. 1 nibbler, 4 power. 5. Okay, sure. Yeah, this is a keep. We have 1 token maker. It's not going to be able to go off until turn 3. Alright. Maybe not the best keep I ever made. So Land War Elves gets them to 3 here. Interesting. Okay. Well, the Steel Leaf Champion's a big problem. Yeah, I don't really have an answer to that. Alright, so what's it going to be? Ranger class. Okay, I feel like I'm playing standard. Man, now I'm realizing this was not a good play because they can just float the mana from elves. I should have killed elves earlier. Back creativity, draw mountain. Alright, well, now it's a race against time. And pack leader, okay. Well, this is not a good look for me. I'm taking 8 next turn minimum. Probably more. Ranger class. And I don't have a single token down. I do have the mana for the combo next turn. I just need to draw untapped land. But I also need to play my untapped land now so I can make 2 tokens. And I don't know if that's going to happen here because I've really got to play Prismari Command to try to not take a bajillion D damage. So, mono green showing why it is a real problem for this Izzet Locust God combo deck. Yeah, I mean, as painful as it is here, you just gotta go for trying to maybe possibly hit like a Dwarven Mine here. But otherwise I'm in a lot of trouble next turn. Yeah, that's a 1-1 that brings a 5-5 to the party. Alright, I mean, I didn't draw the untapped land I needed, so I'm gonna try to just, Wrath and survive somehow? If I can make it to the next turn, I'll probably win. Maybe, but then I don't get to cycle, and I don't get to discard Magma Opus to make the treasure token, so it might just be a hopeless cause after all. Alright, yeah, don't have the mana to Magma Opus, really, without effectively just setting myself back and sacking the treasure that I already needed, so... Yeah, alright, that's the extra 3 points right there. We're done. Yeah, this is fully a keep. This is a great hand. This is turn 4 potential. Potential turn 4 go off. And it's clean this time. It's Magma Opus on 2, Shark Typhoon on 3. Hit maybe like a Dwarven Mine. That's all I need at this point is to hit Dwarven Mine. Alright, so looks to be some kind of Gruul opponent, but it's weird that they're just passing here. Yeah. I think we're gonna have to just give up on turn 4ing because I'm not seeing any Dwarven Mine here, so we'll wait a minute and see what the opponent's on. Alright, Grumgully. It's that weird Bard's deck again with Bard class on it. In it, rather. Not going to take any chances that they're running removal. I'm not going to take any chance on like a Lightning Strike or Shock or anything, so I'm just going to straight go for treasure tokens here. And it looks like that's the win. Creatures are good and all, but... Have you heard of the Locust God combo? About to hear about it. Nibbler's coming for you. Play a land with Rada. And Indomitable Creativity for 2, win the game. Alright, 5 mana, win the game, submit. Yes, I would like to win the game, submit that. And win the game. Just push button win, people. Yep, and go ahead and concede because it's a deterministic loop. 1 away. 1 away. Take it, be happy. Take it and be happy. What is this? Ameria? Okay. So possibly Selesnya Coco, possibly Green White Angels. Okay, Bishop says Green White Angels, sure. Let's discard, make a token. Do the same thing next turn. And then we have the turn 4 win here. So this is the fabled turn 4 win that I've talked about a few times. Not quite done it yet. So let's see it done. We're ramping enough with Magma Opus that we can turn 4 it here. Second Bishop, they're setting up for the win turn 4. But what they don't know is I also have the win turn 4, and I was on the play. Which is so often the difference. Which is so often the difference in best of 1. Hey, there's a useless Tormod's Crypt taking up a slot in the opponent's deck. I wonder what they thought that was going to achieve. It's almost as if there's an unstoppable Magma Opus Mizzix Mastery combo deck in the format with Teferi and Jeskai nonsense that they're trying to tech against. But guess what? You're playing against a different deck. Combos differently. Doesn't care about Tormod's Crypt. Go ahead. Crack your Tormod's Crypt. It's not going to do anything. Still going to lose. Bye, Angel's deck. See you later. Alright, how many nibblers? Make a nibbler. 1. Alright, so the nibbler now is the second nibbler. Nibbling a second time. Just likes to nibble on angels. Just gets really hungry for angel flesh. Nibble, nibble. Locust God sending the swarm. That's what I thought, opponent. a mere 2 nibblers. And there you have it, people. And I'm back with Izzet Creativity. The deck performed exceptionally well, getting me all the way to Mythic rank, 98%. I was fortunate to get a retweet from Arena Decklist, Cast, Fire Shoes, a number of other great sort of decklist clearinghouse accounts, if you will, that tweet out a lot of decklists. So you can find this deck from that retweet, or just kind of take a look in other places that I've posted it. But I highly recommend playing it. It has been incredibly fun for me. I really enjoy especially just having the Magma Opus Mastery Prismari Command package, and just also being able to be a really good control deck against a lot of the elf decks and angel decks in the format. And so with that, I am going to put the feature to bed this week. It's an incredibly fun deck. I highly recommend picking it up. Make a bunch of nibblers, make your opponents super salty and scoop, and that will be a fun time for all of us. So let me know how the deck does for you. Please like and subscribe below. Thanks for watching the feature. You're cool.